Good evening, everyone. Hello, 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 hello. This is Wine, Wealth, and Tea podcast. We are just now waiting for a couple of our people to start coming in. And I see I have some joiners. We're just waiting out for my co-host. Hey, my wonderful co-host is coming in. Hello.
Hi, girl. How's it
Hi.
going?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Good, good, good. Welcome, everyone. As people start to come into Wine, Wealth, and Tea podcast, I am your host, Chrissy, and this is Tremaine.
Yay. Hello, everyone.
I'm so glad that everyone can start getting themselves ready to join our pod. Before we bring our guests on, we like to have a little bit of fun and talk about some things that are going on in and around the world right now. So, first of all, Wine, Wealth, and Tea podcast is produced, created, and, everything, music, everything is done by us. We have no help. We have no no workers in the background. It's done by us. So I think that's something worth telling people, that we do everything from getting our guests to putting together our show, which we definitely sit down and we talk about things before we just come on. And not to mention, for me, hair, makeup, and clothes. So that's just a little bit of how my life goes when doing podcasts. So this is the third season of me podcasting, but the first season with having a great co-host to help bring more to the show that was needed. So one of the things I wanted to first start talking about, Tremaine, is some of the things I've been seeing in the news about Tulsa. And me and you were speaking about it earlier this week about the case that's in Tulsa right now. And it is because of Black Wall Street that was completely destroyed in the 20s, I believe. And this case has now come to light, and there's about 3 survivors, I think, left. And they were trying at first to stretch out the trial, but now they've decided to go ahead and move forward. And I'm so glad of that, because these people deserve their day in court. And to me, if we don't see our history, we're doomed to repeat our history. And that was a very tragic event that happened in the history of America, along with many, many others. So, that's just one thing I wanted to say, that I do send my support to Tulsa, and I hope that they get their day in court. One of the other things I wanted to speak on, and we have to speak on it. We have to. We're going to speak on it, but we're going to be different from what I've been seeing other people speak on it about, and that is, I'm sorry to hear of the passing of a fellow podcaster who was well beyond the followers that we have right now, but Kevin Samuels. So in the last 24 hours, I have seen some of the most horrible post on the man. Now, I will say this. He was going to be a main topic on our show this evening. And because of the light of the events, I am respectful, and I won't say some of the things that I wanted to say about a lot of his postings. But I will say that, no, I did not agree with his methods, but I do respect his family and his friends. And I think a lot of us should. And before we go and judge, just remember that without a lot of our fellow women, he would not have been famous. So it takes us as followers, as taggers, as reposts, all these different things. It takes us to make people noticeable, famous, social media platforms, elevated. And to say that this man was so many things that I've seen I think a lot of that should have been said ahead of time. What do you think? Like it just
I agree.
didn't.
I
Yeah,
have to
it.
agree with you. I wasn't one of his followers. I did catch a few of his, um, you know, things that he talked about. Did I agree with all of them? No. But out of respect for his family, as you stated, I think that people need to have a sense of censoring over what they say. Because at the
Yeah,
end of the day, he still was a father. He was someone's son. You know, he was someone's friend. And I
yeah.
think America has lost that a lot.
Oh, it's just no censor, no censor at all. And it was unfortunate to hear that his mom actually found out through social media of his passing. So, let's be mindful when we're posting things of the sensitivity of others, because you wouldn't want to find out about your loved one in that manner. And it's just unfortunate. Again, I may have not agreed with his method, but he didn't exist out of thin air. We created him, and when I mean we, I mean women that called into his show, that asked the questions, that sat there to be ridiculed or whatever, however people may see it, whether he told the truth or not. You sat there for it, you called into it, so you were a part of creating him, and creating the overall character that he portrayed to us on social media. So may he rest in peace. And I'm sorry to any of his fans that are upset right now. Another thing I want to talk about real quick before we bring in our very, very, very special guest that a lot of people are waiting on, that we are so excited to have this
So
evening.
excited.
Yes, I know, right? I was
Yes.
nervous. I've been nervous. I've been really nervous. But I want to talk about, before we move on, about voting rights. Um, and the reason why I want to talk about voting rights, and I'm not plugging right, left, in between, I'm not. It is very important right now
Very.
in this country. Yeah, very. And we can say this as moms, as mothers, that have given birth, that it's important to have your say, whichever way it is. So to be told that your right can be taken away, I do feel as though that is only the beginning. That is just the beginning of so many other rights that can be overturned after 50 years. And it's disheartening to hear that our country is going down a path of where we can just simply say, well, I don't think that really made sense 100 years ago. Let's just roll that one back. So, it's not just about women. It's about everything, everything. So keep in mind when you're going out to these polls over the next few months all over the country, to understand who you're voting for, regardless of what side. Understand who you're voting for and what they stand for,
Yes.
because that's important. It's about what they stand for.
Yes.
So just keep that in mind. And, I'm just going down the list of things that we like to talk about,
Yes.
that I see throughout the week, throughout the month. And my next point is about Hollywood privacy. And I was going to make the topic a little different, but I'm going to name it Hollywood privacy. And I'm saying that because I feel that over the last 2 weeks, no, 3. No, it's been a month. It's been a month. I just caught up the last 2 weeks on this trial
I'm still
for Johnny Depp. Yeah, you still catching up, right? I had to tell you some things. So I've been listening in on this trial for the last 2 weeks, and I must say that first of all, domestic violence of any kind is unacceptable.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And if this triggers anyone, my sincere apologies. But from what I can see, they've really abused each other. It was a very toxic, and I'm not going to say abuse, I take that back, toxic relationship. And it's coming to light on national TV in front of everybody. I'm having to sometimes censor what I'm listening to because of my kid, and it's like the level. I thought Will and Jada was bad with the red table. I mean, but Johnny Depp and Amber Heard,
Man,
that's a whole nother level, baby.
that's real toxic.
That's like, I'm like, what in the world? Some of the things that I'm hearing in these testimonies and these witnesses, I'm like, how did they stay together as long as they did? Like, how in the world did that happen?
It's so many intricate pieces to that trial going on that you have to literally break everything down
Yeah.
and analyze everything. Like, it's just not one broad perspective. It's just so many different things going on in this toxic relationship.
It
And I
is.
believe it's gotten to this point where, like, I can't even watch a television show without, oh, we interrupt you to bring you an update.
Well, it is a television show. I mean, I'm literally, I'm working and I'm like, huh? What did they just say? Like, what? Wait, can I roll that back? You know, it's just been unreal and unfortunate, actually.
Yes,
It's not a joke.
very unfortunate.
It's sad. It's sad that anybody has dealt with any of these things. And I want to say hello to everyone that's coming in.
Yes, everyone.
Yes, welcome to Wine, Wealth, and Tea. I said backwards. Wine, Wealth, and Tea this evening. And, we have a very, very, very special guest.
Yes.
And, I'm smiling because a lot of people don't know how talented this brother is. Like, he is.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I am just stunned of the amount of talent that hasn't been spoken on, from being a producer, a writer, on his shows that he's produced, he can play instruments, self-taught instruments. I can't do that, that's for sure.
I can't either.
And right. And when I tell you can sing, really sing.
I heard him. Yeah.
We don't have that now with a lot of people in the entertainment industry.
Yes.
Where their vocals are really being used. And he's a part of a group that has been around, surprisingly, for 25 years.
Yes, my group. Don't get me started.
Listen, every time we talk about it, she would be, I'm like, are you jumping in the background?
Yes.
I said, don't start jumping up and going, tell me what you want. I'm like, oh, Lord.
That was the infamous song back then. Everybody was jumping up when that song came on.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, facts. That was the song, Tell Me. Yes.
Yes. So, without further ado, I know a lot of people have joined because they want to see him and they want to hear from him. We want to welcome on Scola Dinero. If you can come on and join, it would be great. I'll see you pop up and I'll add you in.
Come in. Tell me what you want.
You see how the tea gets? He should be joining in just a minute. Again, as I said, he's amazing. There we go. Here he comes. We got him.
Come on.
We got him. He's coming. It takes a minute for it to catch up for some reason. There he is.
What it do? What's up, ladies? How y'all doing?
Good.
How you doing?
Oh man, God is good, man.
Absolutely.
I gotta start off by saying, I appreciate y'all having me on the show, man. I know it's been a little too long, but I'm here now. What's happening?
Oh man, you tell us. You the one with the moves, my man, in the studio right now.
Yeah, I'm in the lab right now. You know me, Chris. I'm always working, man.
Always.
I gotta say this, man. First off, let me say shout out to you ladies, and thank you, Chrissy, for letting me be a part of your whole Parlare Wines movement, man. Like, I'm so honored to be a part of this. For anybody out there, Black excellence is it means a lot. It means a whole lot, man. To see people making moves the way we're making moves, man. So I just wanted to say how honored I am to be a part of the Parlare brand, man. So thank you
so much,
man. I don't know, man. Where do we begin?
Well, you know, where do we begin? First of all, let's tell people who Scola Dinero is.
Yeah.
Because, you know, in a group as large as the group that you come from, which is Dru Hill,
Okay.
you have to find your own individuality. So let's tell them who you are.
Well, basically, you know, my name is, well, I started off as Root Scola back in the day. Shout out to my man Antonio Murchison, you know, Jerome Brooks, the whole Rome Records movement back in the day. Just a guy from West Baltimore, man, just trying to, you know, make something of myself. And I learned the business kind of early. And, you know, we put this song out back in the day called Let's Get Personal, man. And it became a classic for me at the time. And it got the attention of like major record companies. And it got the attention of the world renowned now Group Dru Hill, man. And shout out to all of my Dru Hill compadres, man. Nokia, Woody, Jazz, Cisco, Teo, Black and Smoke from the group player. Long story short, you know, Let's Get Personal made a lot of noise for me, and it got the attention of a lot of people. So when at the time Dru Hill wasn't named Dru Hill at the time, I believe it was Legacy or something like that.
Yeah.
We
yeah,
all just got cool because that's what we do, you know what I'm saying, on the music side. But as time went on, I stayed independent, and they ended up signing with Island Def Jam, and wow, I ended up producing Woody's gospel project, and a situation went down with Def Jam, and Cisco was like, man, ask, you know, Scola Woody join the group, Woody, and they asked me, and I didn't think I fit with the group because I was such a Dru Hill fan myself. I felt like I didn't want to, you know, mess up the brand, right? So I turned it down like 3 times. So ultimately, I went to Cisco's house. We recorded some songs. We recorded, I believe it was "I Love You" first, I think, and I wrote the
yes.
Jazz. I really wrote it for Jazz, but when I demoed it, it kind of stuck, man. And the fellas just they pulled me in, and here I am, man. You know.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember that song. So you've been, so if Dru Hill's 25 years, you've been in the industry for how long?
About that. Maybe
About that long.
Yeah, 25, 30 years, man. Yeah.
Wow.
It don't seem like it. It's like, where did all the time go, you know?
Right.
Yeah, but it's
Right. Because not to tell my age, I mean, but I don't mind telling it, but I'll be 40 this year. So 25 years, I was still there, right? Joining the 40 club. I was, you know, jamming to Dru Hill, listening to it, and in the midst of just the whole R&B,
right.
That scene at that time, you know, R&B is not like it was then.
Right.
You don't have these dynamic groups that can sing and tell stories within their songs.
Right.
It's all about the beats and all about the music and things now. But it's amazing that you guys have had some longevity in your careers.
All praise due to God, man. Like I give, you know, not to get too spiritual on.
No.
I always give God the praise, man, like on everything I do, because you know how it is, Chris. Coming from West Baltimore, man. I mean, to make it this far is truly a blessing.
Yes. You know, we come from a city that has. It's sad to say that it's just. It can be so many things.
Yeah.
But it has a path where if you're not careful, you can end down a dark road.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
So like you said, to end up in the positions that we are now, coming out of that city,
right,
is a blessing within itself, and it can happen for anyone.
Absolutely.
Anyone.
Absolutely. So we got to sing EA, woo, Baltimore, right? So shout out to
only if you're from Baltimore do you understand what that's about.
Right. So big shout out to my city, man. In spite of it all, you know, I love my city, man. I love my hood. West Baltimore, East Baltimore, Park Heights, Cherry Hill, White Lock, you know, you name it, man. Like I got love for my city, and you know, sometimes you got to go through the fire, you know, to get to the other side to make things better. So we working on it, you know.
Yeah. It is transforming.
Shout out to Brother Carlos, man, and the Nation of Islam, the whole FOI, also, man, for doing the community and the job that they've been doing, man. Big shout out to those guys.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, they're a major part of Baltimore, the FOI.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
thank you to them. Thank you to those brothers.
No doubt.
So let me ask a question.
Sure.
Did you dream about singing? Was that something that, that you wanted to do?
Well, to be honest, not singing, right? Maybe, because I was into like boxing and martial arts and basketball at the time too. I could always sing, but I was really, really shy though. Like, believe it or not, I was so shy that it hurt. You know what I mean? So by the time I graduated high school, yeah, man, I was very shy. I went to school by trade. I learned to fix cars. But I realized I didn't want to be dirty all the time either, right? And the music was just always in me. My real name is Rufus Waller. My last name is Waller, and I come from for instance, a lot of artists don't know who Fats Waller is, but a lot of the older generation does. Fats Waller played piano for the greats. You name it, man. Lena Horne, all of the greats back in the day. Yeah,
really?
Like my grandfather's cousin and my dad and all of his brothers, Uncle Jimmy, Uncle Sonny Boy, Tucker Bay, rest in peace. My Aunt Rainey, like, it's just a string of us. Like, I was the baby drummer. I was the family drummer. So,
wow.
Yeah, I'm a drummer by nature, man. And I kind of, music is just in me. But
it's ingrained in you.
It's just in me, man. And when I graduated, a friend of mine named James Pierce, Jamie O, shout out to my man Jamie O. They had a group called Perfect Combination. And back then I used to pop and break dance and all of that. And he used to say, man, if you could put your singing to that and join our group, we got something. So I took a chance on it and I joined the group, and the music bug just didn't let me go ever since. So,
wow.
Yeah,
wow.
Absolutely. Rest in peace to my man, David Barnes. One of the original members, the Perfect Combination, man. That was my man. Shout out to rest in peace to David Barnes. We know him as Day around the city. Love you, bro. Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. I didn't know that about you. How, it's I've known you for so long. But I'm still learning about you, and we're doing business together with things, and it's always interesting to hear your stories and get the information that you have. You just got information all over the place.
Yeah.
So, but how did you get the name Scola? Like, how did that happen? Everybody gets a tag name. So how did you get your tag name?
I from one of the OGs, man. Like, I think it's a Baltimore thing.
Yeah.
And, being young in Baltimore City, like we had to do what we had to do to survive. Like, we used to, as kids, we used to pump gas, carry people bags, and do what we had to do, you know what I'm saying? Do what we had to do to block or whatever. But one of the OGs, man, he just used to call me Lil Scola, like, and it just stuck, right? So my real name is Rufus, so I put the Ru in front of Scola back then.
Rufus?
Yeah, that's my real name, Rufus.
That's the real name.
And I just put the Ru with the Scola, and then as time went on, I just dropped the Ru and just went by Scola once I joined. So it's a street thing, pretty much, It's
okay, all right.
You know what I mean? So shout out to, OG Dave, man, from back in the day, who
named you, gave you that name.
Yeah, and then I kind of, it's my way of representing B-more to a certain degree as well,
Yeah, it fits you. I can't really imagine any other name. It fits with you.
Man, shout out to Sandtown, man. All my Sandtown.
Oh, Sandtown.
Absolutely.
So, Scola, how many instruments do you play, by the way? I know you say you do the drums.
Yeah.
But I know I've heard you play the piano before.
You know what? I don't want to disrespect any musician, but I'm going to be honest. Like, I play drums, I play keyboard, and I play a little guitar, right? But I just play enough to create my songs. I need to stop playing and go ahead and get indignant with it. But I know chord progressions and stuff, so I just do enough to produce my music. And when I need somebody that really play, I call in my guy, my music director. Shout out to Gary Groove. Gary Massey's his real name. Gary Groove and my band, them B-more cats. I'll call them when I need the real. you need
all the other extra stuff put in.
Yeah, I call them. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I can play, guitar, drums, keyboard.
That's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, a little bit of sitar, just a little bit.
Wow,
That's
wow. I
very
can't play anything. Okay. What about you, Tremaine? Can you play anything?
Actually, I can. I can actually play the cymbals.
I can play the tambourine real good.
That's right,
Okay.
honey. Yes. I
It
can
is what it is.
the clarinet. That's about it.
Listen, when we were younger, me and Tremaine, we thought we were just gonna be this, hot singing group. And
Right.
when BB and CeCe Winans came on to Mary Mary to the versus battle, I mean, me and Tremaine were just sitting there going crazy because that was one of the things. We would stand up in the room and hold and play BB and CeCe and sing and act like.
Nice.
So we thought we were singers back then.
We were gonna make it. We thought we were gonna make it.
We was gonna make it.
Let me say this though, man. Like, it's not an industry standard, so it's still room. A hit record is a hit record. You got a good song.
It might be room for Tremaine, but I can't hit a note. Yeah. She said no. No notes.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stick to what I know. I'm gonna stick to the wine.
It's never too late though.
That's right.
It's never too late.
You're right. So with that said, I'm speaking on wine. A lot of people want to know, is Parlare wine, is it actually any good?
Man, I can show you better than I can tell. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm not saying it because I'm a part of the brand now, but it's really a great wine. Now some people like sweeter wine, right? Parlare wine, and we got the rosé happening now too, y'all. So y'all can get that. But the wine give you like, oh man, it's a great wine. It tastes great, and it goes well with any dinner. And it take you where you need to go. I'm gonna just say that. You know what I mean? It take you where you need to go. Exactly. Fellas, I'm gonna tell y'all, man, if you haven't, man, look, go cop you a case of Parlare, man, and get with that lady you want to get with, man, and show her a nice time. I'm telling you that Parlare is that. So make sure y'all go get that.
Tremaine, don't hide your face.
It works.
It works, right?
Absolutely. It's a
it just happened, the branding and us getting together and working on it together. And it's been an amazing journey, and we still have so far to go. So, I just want to say thank you for everything you've done for Parlare and for myself and for this podcast, for coming on, for what our social experiment and what we're trying to do.
Right.
Trying to bring on more people to have conversations, to understand who they are, and to bring real topics and not to bring people down. Right now, there's so many podcasts that have negative spins on a lot of things, and I don't want to be here for that. Absolutely. I want to be here to have real conversations with real people that impact other people.
Absolutely.
So thank you.
Thank you. It's really important, especially like you say, where the world is now, man. Like, we got to spread that love and good vibes, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you actually just finished working on another project. Let me say this. Whenever I call this brother, he's always available. That's one. Two, it's always music in the background. So he's always working.
Absolutely, man. I got a few projects that's coming, man. I got, wow, where do I begin? Couples therapy, which is going to be a very interesting plethora of music. Hustle music, that's one. I got cigar and Parlare music coming too, which is like 10 songs. Wait till y'all hear the Parlare has its own theme song. Let me just say that. And once it comes, man, like oh man, it's gonna set the house world on fire. I got a house version. I got like a Sade type feel version, and then I got I got an upbeat version too. Yeah, I don't want to give it all away, but just stay tuned. I got right now, I'm about to do the 25-year anniversary tour with Dru Hill. Look like we're going to be working on some new music as well. Like I said, Dru Hill, man. And I can't forget my man El Caso. It's a brother in El
I was waiting for you to say that because I can't play much of it because of course they'll shut me down. But just I don't know if we can hear it. But here's about 20 seconds of it.
Yes,
it's a new single called "Fighting Demons," and you produced and you're featured.
No, I'm just featured on this.
You're featured on it. Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Adrian Butler, who has a large gospel following, man. Shout out to that brother. Fighting Demons, man. I'm glad to be a part of this record, man.
I mean, let's see if we can get a little taste of it.
Okay.
Can we hear that well?
Yeah. Hey.
I just wanted to play a short, little bit of it because I don't want to get shut down.
Yes,
but let me tell you guys, you can find it on Spotify and go and listen to it. And it is amazing. It really puts you in that mindset. And me and Scola were talking about it. I'm like, oh, man, this reminds me of something with Mary Mary. And then that's when you told me that they were on one of the songs that you produced with Woody.
Yeah.
And that was just like, wow, okay, I'm putting two and two together. But the style of the music, it is a gospel song, but it is in that range of what new gospel is right now, to get the attention of younger people.
Yeah,
absolutely. It has that shout out to D Weezy, man, my man Dwayne Satterfield, who produced the track. It's it's trap music, but with a spiritual, real message. Everybody's fighting demons of some degree, whether it's food, whether it's sex, whether it's liquor, whether it's drugs. We all got those demons that we fight that, try to maintain. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very relatable record, man. So, once again, shout out to my man, Dwayne Satterfield, man. Love you, brother.
It again, make sure you go and, download it on Spotify, like it, share it. Put it out there because I know we're going to eventually hear it on our gospel stations.
Oh, yeah.
And you can say that you heard it here on Wine, Wealth, and Tea with us this evening.
Absolutely.
And we're just going to keep pushing good music because that, it's music for everybody. Let me say that. I don't want to, I'm not saying that music is not good, but it's music for everyone.
Absolutely.
And to me, this is a good song. Listening to it and understanding the words in it. I'm glad I can understand the words in it.
Absolutely.
But it's a great track. So I just want to put that out there. And I wanted to ask, how do you even go through the process when you're creating your music? How does that happen?
It's weird. I could be dead asleep and I can hear a whole orchestra in my head sometimes, right? And a lot of times, as I wake up more and more, it starts fading away. So I'll jump up and run right to my little studio or whatever and just work on the chords and just go from there.
That's crazy that you say that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because that's like that for us as business owners.
Yeah.
When we have our mind set on a new maybe sale or a new product or a new blend or a new concept to get our message across, it will literally wake you up at night and you have to write it down or get it out or text or call each other and talk it out.
Sometimes, you know what? It's weird. I could hear the rain dropping on the window and it'll give me a beat or something. Or I don't know. I could be driving down the street and out of nowhere, I don't know. It's weird. But when I try to force it, I just gotta let it come. And Quincy Jones said one time, a lot of times you just gotta, like just let it be. You know what I mean? And when it do come, just take advantage of it, because Michael Jackson used to say, if he didn't take advantage of the melody or whatever God blessed him with, he would take from him and give it to Prince. That's what Michael Jackson used to say. So,
Isn't that something? Isn't that something?
Wow.
yeah, so it's a beautiful thing, though. You know, it's a beautiful thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, it is, you know, going down another path of talking about singing in the music industry.
Hmm.
A big part of it is health, and that's
Absolutely.
Tremaine's area, expertise.
Absolutely.
So do you feel like, you know, health and how you maintain everything helps you with singing?
Absolutely,
Because
man.
you got some pipes on you, brother. Now, let's be clear. I stood right there now this was my first time actually seeing you perform. I've known you for years, but this was my first time seeing you perform when we were in North Carolina a couple months ago. And
Right.
he got some pipes. I can hear him. He's clear. There
I
is
appreciate
no background trying to fix him up. What you hear is what you're getting.
I
Nice.
appreciate
And I was just so blown away. I'm like, this dude can really
it.
gosh. Not
I
that I never
appreciate
thought
it.
you couldn't, but because that was my first time being there and seeing you,
Yeah.
I was just amazed because, you know, a lot of times we hear a lot of auto tunes, you know, tuning it,
Yeah.
changing it, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
But to hear what comes out of your pipes,
I
I know
appreciate
you
it.
have to maintain that some kind of way. So what
Yeah.
is it that you do?
Well, you know what? I've always kind of been. I'm not gonna say a health nut, but us as singers, like we got to stay away from like cheese and chocolate is like my favorite. So a lot of times when I'm getting ready to perform and stuff like that, I got to stay away from the cheese or the chocolate. You know what I mean?
That's
For the
right.
most part. Health wise, not to knock anybody, but like I don't eat no pork. I really don't eat beef. I haven't had pork since I was like maybe 14 or 15 or
Yeah.
something. I eat a lot of spinach and broccoli and stuff like that. I'm back to working out. And you know, like white sugar. I don't sweeten anything with white sugar.
That's
It's
good.
mostly like honey, or I'll just go hard and just, you know, just drink it bitter for the most part. I do make these like ginger root teas, burdock root tea.
Now that's the young lady that can tell you, you know, what is this, what is the
Yeah.
specialty tea for his
Listen,
throat? Like,
Yeah,
he's
Tremaine. Give
down
me the
the right
goods.
direction right now. Like everything that he's stating is like spot on. Like staying away from the dairy products because it produces mucus, and you don't want any
Yeah, it
type of
does.
mucus in the vocal cord. So everything he's stating, like the burdock root, oregano, I will also add that, and plenty of vitamin C,
Okay.
as well as making sure the vocal cords stay hydrated.
I
Most
appreciate
singers
it.
use lemon and a
Yeah,
tea,
yeah,
such as my favorite, my ginger tea.
yeah, it
my
is.
Something
favorite tea.
very
Love it.
simple, but like mucus in the chocolate and the junk food, it creates mucus.
It does.
And
It
so
does.
not only right before you sing, you have to prepare your vocal cords like weeks in advance. So, you know, not knocking anyone, I don't eat some of those things that you stated as well,
Uh-huh.
because some of them do produce extra things that we don't necessarily need in our body.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah, working out
Absolutely.
as well. Working out. You know,
Working
when you
out, yeah.
on the road like that, it puts a lot of stress on your vocal cords. A lot of people don't realize like what it takes to be in the industry and be able to maintain a certain lifestyle so that you
Right.
can please your audience. It's
Absolutely.
very difficult.
Yeah, it's work, man. And you know,
So we're gonna make sure that
appreciate that,
you
Tremaine.
actually get it. You're gonna actually get some healing while living tea.
Yes.
Okay,
Nice.
Yes.
so we're gonna send you
Nice.
some.
Nice. I appreciate that.
Send
Let's
you
do
some, I'm
that.
gonna send you some
Let's get
sea
it out
moss.
there.
I got you. I'm gonna send you some sea moss. I know you know
Okay.
what that is. I'm gonna send you some
Absolutely.
elderberry. All of this is high
Her elderberry
antioxidant
actually
vitamin.
tastes really good, and
You
so
all
does the
need
sea
this.
moss.
Absolutely.
I have it.
And the tea. And
And
the
I
tea.
gotta
Like,
say too, you know what, Tremaine? I gotta say too, well, not just the fellas, but the ladies too. A lot of times, you'd be surprised what eating right does for your immune system, your energy. You know,
yes.
it's like it's really amazing, man. Like I kind of I encourage anybody to at least give it a shot, like at least a 30-day challenge of even if you could just fast from maybe morning till at least 7 or 8 o'clock at night and then eat
Yes.
something. But what you put in your body, like make sure it's something nutritious. It's going to be tough, but
Yeah.
you know, I encourage anybody to at least try to do it, and you'll feel the difference immediately.
I
Yeah.
agree with you. You
It helps you
feed your
sleep
body.
better.
Right.
Everything. You better sleep, better sex, all of that. I'm
You're
telling you,
absolutely
man.
right.
Sleep, your energy will be up. Like some people who suffer from I'm gonna say insomnia. It's something for that too. You know, a lot of people don't understand. They say God put everything on the earth that we need. A lot of us
Everything.
just don't have the knowledge to go.
Use it.
So big shout out to you, Tremaine. Like
Thank you.
yeah, man. Like anything I could do to promote what it is that you're doing too. Let's do it.
Thank
I'm all
you.
for it. I got
I
you.
appreciate that. Yes, and to speak
Absolutely.
a little bit more about the food that you eat, like what you stated is correct. When you eat healthy foods, it energizes your body and is able
Absolutely.
to break down quicker.
Yep.
You know, some of the other foods, like you say, the junk foods that we have out here, is so convenient. So that's why a
Right.
lot of
But
people
it's
hate it.
killing you. It's
Yeah.
killing you.
Exactly. But, you
Yeah.
Yeah.
know, being on the road, I know you got to have and maintain a lifestyle that can keep
Absolutely.
you going. If not,
Ab-
you'll see some singers down the road and they having a hard time trying to catch up and keep up.
Right.
That's
You got
why.
to invest in
Yeah.
them.
Right.
You
And
You
know,
on the right
so
track. You on the right track. But I do. I have
trying.
you. I got you.
I'm trying.
so is there any more tea that you need to let Tremaine know about? You know, we got some of the information already out there about the 25th reunion going on, you know,
Yes.
tour, not just reunion, but tour. So
Yeah.
any other tea you got for us?
You know what? I want to send a shout out to a young man from Memphis who has a huge following. He was signed to Quality Control via Offset, I believe, from the group Migos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
His name is Duke Deuce, right? I haven't met him, but anybody that's in the music business, man, that's watching, this is why it's important to hold on to your rights and your publishing. I wrote a song for a group called 1900, myself and my man Nutty P. What's up, baby? Danny Satterfield, which is Dwayne Satterfield's brother. Back in the 90s, there's a song we did called The Sun Doesn't Shine. And Duke Deuce's producer happened to sample our song that we totally forgot about. And his label got in contact with us like a year ago or so. We negotiated a deal to allow them to use the sample for this particular song. All praise due to God, man. It's a song out now called Running Out of Love by Duke Deuce. It's already like at 600,000 views. It just came out
Oh,
All right,
April
dude.
15th. Yeah, Duke Deuce, man. Like he go hard though, so I'm gonna let y'all know he go hard. But I got nothing but love for them, man, because they showed Scola love. I haven't met them yet, but I hope they watch it, man. Shout out to Duke Deuce, man, and you know, and his producer and the whole quality control team, man, Coach K and those guys, man. So
that's
as far as
awesome.
tea, I don't really have too much, you know.
But the award that you guys are getting, where is that going to be at?
Oh, how could I forget that?
See, that's
I'm
the tea
sorry.
we need. Come on, Scola.
Yeah,
Come
look, once again, man, shout out to you know, Dru Hill, man, and
Yeah.
we're being honored for the 7th annual Black Honoree Award. May 19th, we're going to do the taping. I think I don't know, I'm not sure what network is going to be shown on, but we are being honored, man, and I'm so honored, you know, to be a part of, you know, this award ceremony, man. It's going to be nice.
Absolutely.
So everybody, all the Dru Hill fans, stay tuned. It's going to be a great show. I leave, I believe, on the 15th or something like that to come to Atlanta to rehearse
Yeah.
or whatever. So I'll see you soon, Tremaine. You know, I'll see you soon. And
ATL, my stumping ground now.
absolutely, absolutely. So shout out to Mary, man. I actually had a chance to work with those sisters, Brother Warren Campbell, who's
Oh,
one of the
yeah. Easy.
greatest producers,
Big
man.
fan of the morning show. Big fan of the
Yep.
morning show. Great job, Erica.
Yeah.
He's awesome. And I produced a song, man, a guy named David Evans. We produced a song on Woody Rock. His album's called Soul Music, which came out on Gospel Centric at the time. If y'all get a chance, go pull up the song, No Matter What You're Going Through. It's Woody Rock featuring Case. And I was blessed to actually, you know, write and produce that song, and it came out as a single on Gospel Centric back in the day, man. Shout out to the Clark sisters, Kirk Carr, oh man, Kirk Franklin, oh man.
Everybody, wow.
All
Oh
the
man,
heavy
like I
hitters.
said, Trinity 5-7. Yeah, I had a chance to actually tour with all of the greats, and I learned so much, man. So shout out to my brother James Woody Rock Green for giving me that opportunity, man. I love you, brother.
Awesome.
That.
Awesome. Your life has just been, you know, just a wonder, a blessing. And
Thank
you
you.
know, I wish we had even more time. I hope you can come back and join us again so we can
Absolutely.
catch up after you tour. And, you know, COVID is now better. It's not gone, but it's better. So it's allowing you to do what you do, which is entertain
Right.
and give people something to hold on to.
Thank you.
So we are grateful for entertainers like yourself, like Dru Hill. And we
Absolutely.
just want you guys to keep moving forward.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much,
Um,
man.
I
I
thank
can't thank
you.
you guys enough, man, for having me on, man. So you know, I'm here whenever you hit me, Chris. I got you.
Yes.
Hey,
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. I didn't get a chance to even, let me tell you guys this evening, I actually mixed my white wine with like a pineapple mango. So I always tell people when you're starting out on your white wine, if it's not as sweet as you like, you can mix it. So here's proof that it can be mixed. And you still get the content out of it. As you can see, it's empty. So it works out just fine. I just hadn't had a chance to have anything to drink this evening because we've been in such great conversation. And this
Yes.
is what I was hoping and praying for, that our conversation would go as such. Um, Again, this is Wine, Wealth, and Tea. And we have given you just about all we could. We don't want to take up too much of your time because this is a Friday evening and it is Mother's Day weekend.
Yes.
Do
absolutely.
not forget the moms in your lives. Don't forget
Absolutely.
Mother's
your
Day.
baby mama, your sister's mama, your, you
That's
know,
right. Happy Mother's
the
Day, Big
daddy's
Cat
best mama.
Mommy.
Absolutely. Well, I got to
You
say,
know?
rest in peace to my mom, man. I actually lost my mom to COVID, man, and
Oh, man.
you know, I'm a real private person, but you know, I figured I'd share that because there's so many other people that's going through what I went
Yeah.
through. So I want to send that love, man, to everybody that lost anybody to COVID, man. May God keep
Yeah.
you all
Absolutely.
strong, you know. And if you don't mind, can I just want to send a couple of shout outs? It's just a couple.
Yeah,
Go
go
ahead,
for it.
Scola. Shout 'em
Big
out.
shout out to Majestic Multimedia, my man Kirk. You already know what it is, bro. Shout out to BV1103. JFK Entertainment, my management, John Kilgore, man. What's up, big bro?
John!
Got to give a shout out to my man Patrick and the whole Dream Launch Studio. That's where I do most of my recording and stuff at. Big shout out to OG J Lee, my brother, man. I love you, man. The whole Bomb City team, man. Like, you know, Bomb City. Y'all need to get that in y'all life. And last but not least, Chris, man, a big shout out to you. Big shout out to my assistant, Wendy Potler. Big
Wendy, thank you.
your whole Dru Hill
Oh,
clique.
shout out to Kirk.
Big shout
Kirk,
out to
he,
Kirk.
he made our flyer. He did
Oh,
our
nice.
banner.
Thank you,
Yes,
Kurt.
Yeah, he's
yes.
genius, man. Genius. Any
And that's called
production,
what is his company called? Majestic.
Majestic
I'm sorry.
Multimedia. Yep.
There we go.
Yep.
And
Majestic Multimedia.
if you look him up, I mean, the turnaround time and just the graphics, we just gave him some information and a
Oh, yeah.
couple of pictures, and he created it out of nothing,
Out of nothing.
truly out of nothing.
Yep.
So thank you,
Yep.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Shout out to my
Um,
band, them Be More Cats, and my music director, Guy Groove, already. Shannon, I see you. I see you. I'll have my wine
so
next time. I'm sorry,
yeah, you.
but I'll have mine.
Well, I had something for all of y'all this evening.
That's what's
But
up.
I want to I want to make sure that, you know, you guys continue to tune in to Wine, Wealth, and Tea
Yes.
as we continue to have guests on. And if you know anyone that wants to be a part of Wine, Wealth, and Tea, please reach out to us. I also want to give a shout out to some young brothers that are here in Charlotte that actually just started a boat business, okay?
Nice.
They're called First Class Boat Life.
Nice.
And you can find them online at firstclassboatlife.as.me. And they are giving tours throughout Lake Norman. And if you're in the North Carolina area, you know what Lake Norman is. Beautiful boat, holds about 10 people, and they do day tours out on the lake back and forth.
Nice.
Shout out to those brothers. They got together and decided, 3 young black men decided to go into
That's
a
nice.
boating
Yes.
business, and I think that's awesome. And you know, I always like to talk about some things that are going around the city locally, and that is one of the biggest things that has come across my table this week. If you are a business and you want to be mentioned or promote it, please reach out to us as well, DM us, and we will make sure that we mention you on the show and get you some credits and get you some followers. And then make sure that you come back and follow us, because this is not the end. We do have businesses that we continue to maintain throughout our daily lives. Please make sure that you follow, you like, you share, because we can't create and be the business owners, the entertainers that we are without you. So thank you all again for joining us on Wine, Wealth, and Tea with me, Chrissy, Tremaine, and our guest, Scola Dinero.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
BA
much.
Productions. BA Productions. I see you, baby.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.